Welcome to Wrestling News Now, everybody. Let's go ahead and get into today's news stories. Dean Ambrose returning to WWE. Jon Moxley currently wrestles for AEW All Elite Wrestling under the name Jon Moxley. It's been almost 3 years since Jon Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, has been in WWE. But now a tweet sent out by Paul Heyman has turned heads about the future of Jon Moxley's pro wrestling career. On Twitter, Paul Heyman posted a tweet that said WrestleMania spoiler, and there was a photo that went along with the tweet. In this photo, we saw Roman Reigns standing over Brock Lesnar, who was covered in rubble, and Roman was holding up the Universal and WWE title with Paul Heyman to his side. Now, of course, this photo was of just action figures, but in the background, we saw an action figure of Jon Moxley looking at Roman Reigns holding up both belts. And this has sent shockwaves around the wrestling world, where fans now believe that Jon Moxley will be returning to WWE as Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania 38, and he'll be somehow involved with the Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania 38, where we could see Dean Ambrose interfere and help Roman Reigns defeat Brock Lesnar. Next up, a big Vince McMahon failure. Over the past few months, we have seen Vince McMahon talking backstage to Austin Theory, but sadly, these appearances by Vince McMahon have not helped the Raw ratings whatsoever, and this is all according to Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio. Meltzer reported that as you get older, that is actually what happens. I can tell you, your perspective changes, but Vince is still all about the anti-old guy thing. If you look old on television, he's not really going to want you there. He's tried to take himself off TV many times, and he gets pulled back because it's an easy crutch. The reality is that Vince, being back on TV with Austin Theory, did not help ratings. Maybe week 1, and even then, not that much. It wasn't like the past, and it's not going to be the same high ratings anymore. They've gone to that well way too often. WWE star receives sad diagnosis. So everybody knows about Big E's neck injury that he suffered recently during a match on SmackDown, where he was suplexed on the top of his head, and Big E announced just hours later that he had a broken neck. But now more information has been revealed about Big E's current health crisis. Ringside News reported that Big E suffered C1 and C6 fractures to his cervical spine. Those do not need surgical intervention. Surgery is typically reserved for more complex cases. However, the healing process is a lengthy one. C1 fractures take about 8 to 12 weeks to recover. As for C6 fracture, it also takes about 12 weeks to heal, given the proper treatment is being carried on. Big E could be looking at 6 months or longer of recovery time, but every situation is unique. So from the looks of it, Big E will be out of action for at least 6 months, but there are rumors going around that Big E will likely be out for the rest of 2022. Becky Lynch canceled. So on a recent episode of Monday Night Raw, we saw Becky Lynch return after being hospitalized with a voice box throat injury, which was caused by Bianca Belair in a house show match. And Becky Lynch decided to get revenge on Bianca Belair by attacking her and injuring Bianca's voice box. And now WWE has revealed the details about Bianca Belair's shocking injury. And this could lead to the Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair match at WrestleMania 38 being canceled. The official WWE website reported that Bianca Belair suffered a fractured hyoid bone in her throat as a result of the attack perpetrated by Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch last Monday on Raw. the WWE Universe watched in horror as Lynch took out her WrestleMania challenger in vicious fashion, wrapping a chair around Belair's head and neck before setting her into a steel ring post. Although Belair will not need surgery, she will be out of action for an unspecified amount of time as she recovers, officials say. So, unless this is just a storyline, which it looks to be, the match could possibly be canceled, but there are rumors that this actually could be a real injury, and Bianca Belair will not be wrestling Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 38. But this is a breaking news story, and we're going to have to just wait and see what happens with the Belair versus Lynch match at WrestleMania 38. Wrestler starts OnlyFans. Toni Storm was released by WWE back in December of 2021 after she basically walked out of the company and WWE had no choice but to release her. But now Toni Storm is back, and Toni Storm has started an OnlyFans account, and reportedly she is making a lot of money with this new account. According to Ryan Satin on Twitter, just doing basic math, it looks like Toni Storm has made almost $10,000 in less than an hour with the launch of her OnlyFans. Crazy. Triple H, upset and scared. So Triple H has been out of the limelight for the last several months after he suffered heart issues back in September of 2021, but Triple H has resurfaced, but it was on Twitter. Triple H reacted to the sad loss of Scott Hall, who was a member of the Clique behind the scenes with Triple H. Triple H went to Twitter and said that, "I'm gutted, lost a brother, I love you, Scott, I'll see you down the road, #buddy system." And then Triple H went on to post several pictures of Scott Hall and himself, which were very emotional to look back on, with Scott Hall passing away recently. But there are reports going around that Triple H was not just unbelievably upset about Scott Hall passing away, but Triple H started to think about his own health situation. And Triple H decided that it's probably for the best to have several medical tests done to make sure that he doesn't have any other health issues, which Triple H did, and he spent some time in the hospital for several hours at a time getting some of these tests done. But right now it doesn't look like Triple H doesn't have any other health issues besides the heart issue that he suffered from several months ago. But Triple H still is worried about his health, and that's going to keep him from appearing on WWE television going forward. What is your opinion about Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair possibly being canceled? And also, do you want Triple H to return to WWE TV, or do you think it's better for his health to not appear on TV ever again? Leave a comment and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you don't miss our next video.